The adventure keeps on coming on the 169. Of course, today we take a trip on the T4. We've been here before, but this time around, and covering something that you haven't seen before. The falls that lie on this particular road. Past Chongwe into Rufunza, your 169. Rufunza district is a district of Zambia, located in the east of Lusaka. The district capital is Rufunza. It was declared a district in 2012. As of the 2001 Zambian census, the district was not yet in place as it was still part of Chongwe district. It is estimated to have a population of about 45,000 people. The main economic stay of the local people here is subsistence farming and hunting. After 5 decades of Zambia's independence, there is no government secondary school or hospital. Illiteracy levels are extremely high. Our presence in Rufunza is to unveil the potential of tourism. The potential in tourism. To unlock what the indigenous have for a long time ignored, if not, haven't heard of, African Vacations and the 169 has embarked on the stretch of about 159 kilometers travel just to discover the Mpwasha Falls. Our estimated travel from Lusaka to this particular point we've reached right now in Rufunza is about 154 kilometers. Today's 169 is very unique and very exciting and very adventurous at the same time. We've come all the way from Lusaka to a place which is non-gazetted by the Heritage Commission or relevant authorities in that particular order. The area you are seeing is in Rufunza, in an area called mpwasha. Right here is a falls, a waterfalls actually, that we've come to discover on our very own, together with the African Vacations. Our adventure goes about 200 kilometers into this particular space right here. And when we go down, this is where we'll have to discover this mpwasha Falls. Bringing it to you on the 169, together with the African Vacations. Welcome to it. This is Mpwasha Falls, isolated from the mainstay of the community around. It could be one of the least countable wonders of Zambia. An adventurous, life-taking activity reaches you to this place, a potential tourist destination. Now, the very first time we actually married you to African vacations, at the time when we went on a road trip all the way to Tanganyika, Pastorenje, Kundalila Falls and the like. There's one thing that is very much interesting about the African vacations. They are saying, is it experiencing
the uncommon element?
The uncommon element. And it's all about the uncommon elements that always bring you on the 169. And today, the adventurous spot takes us to the eastern side of Zambia. All right? On your way to Chipata, I think that's the only famous town I could talk about. But before the Luangwa Bridge, there is a stretch of about 154 kilometers from Lusaka to reach to here. It's in Rufunza, but to tell you the truth, if I was going to be dropped here, blindfolded and told to go, I don't know which direction to take. Either side, because it's like in the middle of nowhere. You know, one would be wondering where we are right now. We've come to discover one uncommon element that is there in the entire Zambia. In the past, on the 169, we actually brought you the bears of fresh waters from the northern circuits, all right? The falls, the quadrilogy, the trilogy at that point, but there's something very much unique that we've actually discovered on the 169 together with the Africa vacations. It's called mpwasha Falls. Very much in eastern side and Rufunza. I have no idea about this. Particularly one who's watching also is wondering where is this waterfall? You know what I mean? As Africa vacations, how did you discover this?
All right, it's through discussions with colleagues and their books as well regarding Zambian waterfalls. But however, what we're doing is we're saying let us make other Zambians aware of these beautiful hidden gems that we have in our country, you see. Last year we were concentrating on the northern part of Zambia, but we're saying, okay, some people might think like, okay, going to Tumbachushi is too far. But we're saying, okay, less than 200 km from Lusaka, you have mpwasha waterfall, you see, which is quite a nice waterfall to come and chill. You can come with your book, come with the family, have a braai, and chill. Even do a day trip if you don't want to camp out, because that's also another thing where most of these attractions, they do not have accommodation facilities. So you can either camp, but we're saying, okay, this is close to Lusaka, you can just do a day trip, come in the morning, relax with your family, go back connected. So
if one is going to go to the books right about now, even myself, trying to look for the falls around Zambia, I'll find smaller falls out there, gazetted, and very well located, you know what I mean, with the help of geography, of course. But this one is my very first time on.
And there's no signpost.
And there's no signpost whatsoever. I'm trying to get the enthusiasm part. How you got to discover this?
All right, it's the passion. So you get lost here, you get lost there, you ask some villagers, and we were lucky enough, we met a certain farmer who brought us here. Who gave us the accurate directions, and we found out.
So we're talking of a period sometime last year. When was this? When did you find it?
The other weekend.
The other weekend? In 2020.
In 2020.
So all the packages you've been doing all this time around, they've included spaces like, say, the northern parts of Zambia, other parts of the country, tourism-wise. You've never had this one in your pocket?
No. No. We've never sold mpwasha before, but we're still working on the logistics and how we can work around it, because obviously when we bring clients here, they'll need ablution facilities and all that. So we do have, as a camping, we mainly offer camping packages. So we also have some toilet facilities, which we move with and all that. So we're still working on how we can bring the items here and make it more accessible for local Zambians, so that they can appreciate that Z is lacking.
Okay. So you and I have been to most places around the country, and I think out of the experience, there could be some sort of potence coming in
Yeah.
just to kind of estimate, I don't know what sort of height that could be in waterfalls. This is non-gazetted. None has bothered to come here to come and discover or uncover whatever is here.
Yeah.
We've been to mpwasha, and that height we were looking at, I think, could have been bending or tilting your head that much. You know, from that end, went to Lumangwe, that height.
Yeah.
If we were to estimate the height of this falls here, from the eye's view, what do you think would be the drop of water?
Between 10 and 15.
Between 10 and 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, between 10 and 15. To get the comparisons of, say, Mumbuluma, from that height to the point where it's dropping into the pool, it's another discovery maybe for you.
Yes,
Yeah. Now, Eastern Province hasn't got too much of fresh water. I would love to get the source of this particular point.
It's on mpwasha River.
mpwasha River, in Rufunza district. So that's an extension away from Chongwe, because I was getting lost in the direction, somehow.
Okay.
I don't know if it's protruding through a mountain, or maybe it just like has a source somewhere in the villages.
That we're yet to confirm. We have to confirm with the villagers as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the distinction, I think when I was opening up with my viewers there, I was telling them about mpwasha. What I read through the signposts was there's mpwasha mission on the other side, and then now it's coming from the element of discovering this time around with mpwasha. Is there any distinction?
Yes. There's mpwasha waterfall, which is also on Rufunza River.
Okay.
So when you're coming on the Greatest Road, you find mpwasha will be on your left.
Yeah.
Then mpwasha will be on your right. So it's further down.
It's further down.
Further down, but before the bridge. Then there's a point where you're going to turn to your right.
Yeah.
It's another waterfall which we need to go and see how we can get there and all that. Yeah.
So that one your eyes hasn't set on it.
Not yet. So we're inviting the viewers to keep on.
Yeah. Looking forward to
Looking forward to the next trip. Yeah.
Now that there's mpwasha, discovered with an uncommon element obviously attached to that. What's the future packages like?
Yeah, we can. We're looking at doing some camping packages here. It will be a camping experience with a waterfall. Yeah. So along the way, there are other attractions that you get to experience. You have the Chinyunyu Hot Springs. And the hot springs has lots of benefits, lots of health benefits. And then you can have a village experience as we can, and we will visit the royal establishment as well. So it's a bit of mixture where we're mixing the cultural aspect of things and the natural.
What does this mean to tourism, especially that you've been a player, I mean, for quite a long time now?
Yeah, it means we have a lot of potential. It just needs to be put out there so that people get to experience it, have a feel of it, and it's our country, we have to enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. And then the future scope, obviously, I mean, coming here is quite daunting. From the step down, the steep low, where you have to pass to come through. I don't know, maybe it should begin from here, letting those that are very much in line, or the players, with such.
Yeah, it would be great to have a walk path because of the swampy area up to the roadside. You have a walk path, designated walk path, so that the footprint is not much. You have a walk path all the way coming this side. You have a coffee shop. Someone can set up a coffee shop even by the roadside there. Yeah.
Okay. So African vacations going forward after the discovery of mpwasha.
Yeah. Keep on looking out for mpwasha, another waterfall as we're looking east.
Yeah. All right. That's a 169 on a very great adventurous trip that we've actually taken all the way from Lusaka into Rufunza and covering the very base of what Zambia's gems has. If we talk of, I don't know, let's start from, I'll start. David Livingstone, Mosatunya.
Yeah. Mumbuluma.
Lumangwe.
Mpwasha.
I'm really lost.
Kabwelume.
Kalambo.
Yeah, Kabwelume.
Yeah. So
Kundalila.
Kundalila.
And
the other one?
Shimbakaela.
Shimbakaela.
Chimpempe, after Kabwelume, on the same river, Chimpempe Falls.
All we're talking is southern and northern, but this is eastern side of Zambia. mpwasha Falls on the 169. Sumili is super hype when it comes to adventure and exploring nature. She's on the 169. So that's the after feature of the mpwasha Falls that we've actually experienced here. And luckily on this trip we had one enthusiast really who was so adventurous also, maybe for the mind, all right, to get it out to the structures of this. I don't know, have you ever been to an isolated space like the one we just experienced right now?
No, actually this is my first time. I've been to the common Victoria Falls, because every time someone talks about a falls in Zambia, we all think about the mighty Victoria Falls. But it was amazing, you know, exploring some places that you've never seen before. Yeah. You know, in a country that you've grown up in, you were born there. Yeah. But you just discover like there's some places that you've never been to. Yeah. It was amazing. It was tiring because of the terrain, but I think I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. Overall, I enjoyed it. Yeah. Now look at this. You mentioned the Victoria Falls in Southern Province. There are also other pronounced falls around the country. And this one over here, even myself, it's my first time being here. It's non-gazetted. It's in nowhere. No one knows about it. Yeah. I doubt even from top guys that have been around this country have actually experienced such a remnant. Where did you get to learn about the mpwasha Falls? I got to learn about it from African Vacations, because they usually explore uncommon elements where people have never been. They're trying to discover those places that people have not gone to, other than what is on the limelight, what everyone else knows. So that's where I heard it from. Okay. So now talking adventure, as a person, are you this adventurous person, or it's one of those things that sometimes you jump on and you find yourself like, wow, yeah, it's Rufunza and yeah. No, I would say I'm an adventurous person. I love traveling, I love road trips, but sometimes you just never get the time. But when I do get a chance, I love doing that. Okay. I don't know, after experiencing mpwasha, and looking forward out to anything that's going to be newer to your site, other than the always common that you always get to see or hear about? I am looking forward to a lot more actually, because I believe there's a lot more out there than what we know. And thanks to African Vacations, that is bringing out all these elements that we never knew about. Okay. And that is marketing our country, you know. I think before we go out there to look for other places, let's explore our country. Let's see what we've never seen. I think there are a lot more things that we haven't seen just within Zambia. Yeah. If I have to put you on the test right now, I want you to get your choice. Flight or land? Flight, road trip? In terms of adventure? Yeah. Definitely I'll go for a road trip. Okay. It's more fun. Because with the flight you just get to see the notifications down. There's really nothing to see, nothing interesting. But with the land, you know, you get to have stop-bys. It's more interesting. Okay. Waterfall, lake? That's a bit hard because they're all water bodies. I love water. Yeah. Naturally, I'm a water person. So, but I'll go for the falls. You go for the falls. All right. A cultural event, boat cruise? Boat cruise. Anything to do with water is my favorite. All right. Yeah. Car, Highlander? Highlander? Because I've never done it, just maybe for curiosity's sake. Just trying out something new. Okay, all right. Smiley, thank you. There you go. Sumili, thank you so much for making an appearance in the 169. I really appreciate it. It's quite an amazing adventure coming with you all the way to this space. Thank you as well, and thank you to African Vacations for this trip. This initiative has actually been a collaboration with the 169 and Africa Vacations. Yours. The next time you travel on the Great East Road, be it to and fro Lusaka, you might as well stop by just after mpwasha Mission and get to see this hidden gem that Zambia has in the tourism potential circles. And now the sun is set,
and the mission is complete. Quite a mission, an achievement on the 169. We have discovered the Mpwasha Falls, yet to discover the mpwasha Falls within the same location.